Hello and welcome, friends, to yet another very interesting topic and very relevant because you know that Rahu, the planet Rahu, which is the north node of the moon, has recently transited in Shatabhisha Nakshatra in Aquarius on the 23rd of November 2025. And this transit is going to remain effective until 2nd August 2026. So it's going to be a very significant period for all ascendants and moon signs. Rahu's transit in Shatabhisha Nakshatra, which is ruled by Rahu, planet Rahu itself, or you can say that Shatabhisha is Rahu's own star, and also the sign of Aquarius is believed to be co-ruled by Rahu. So it's ruled by Saturn as well as Rahu. So Rahu is really very powerful in Shatabhisha, in Aquarius, and it's going to be a very powerful transit. It could even be a life transforming transit for many of the ascendants. So, but yes, nevertheless, changes will definitely come up, changes, challenges in most of the ascendants, which I'll be discussing very soon. Now, do subscribe if you haven't, and if you want personal consultation, details are there in the video description. What is planet Rahu? A quick introduction before I move to each of the 12 ascendants and moon signs. Rahu is the planet of illusion. It's believed it's called a shadow planet. Rahu is associated with addiction. It is associated with unconventionality. Rahu is also equated with illusion or Maya, but Rahu is also connected to intellectual qualities. So it is connected to technology. As you know, Rahu has the head, so it stands for hunger, insatiable hunger. And so Rahu stands for desire, ambition, hunger and thirst, which is insatiable. It could be hunger for power. It could be thirst or hunger for wealth or other pleasures, other worldly pleasures. So, but Rahu, the planet Rahu, is also connected to secrecy. It is connected to hidden knowledge, like occult. It's also connected to healing, mysticism. Now, this planet has transited into Shatabhisha Nakshatra. Shatabhisha Nakshatra ruling planet is Rahu only, and this nakshatra, the deity of this nakshatra is Lord Varuna, the god of cosmic waters, the god of the oceans. That is why association with healing, mysticism, even transformation. And in the sign of Aquarius, Aquarius is also believed to be, it is ruled by Saturn and Rahu both, actually. So both these two planets rule Aquarius. So that is why even Rahu's transit in Shatabhisha Nakshatra, it can also be associated with isolation, confronting mental conflicts. There will be an inner storm in people's lives which they have to confront. They may have to confront those conflicts, inner fears, even obsessions. So things are going to come to the fore. And so this transit can almost behave like a storm, okay, which is going to expose things, okay. So things are going to be exposed and revealed, so that finally you can heal yourself, and you'll have to confront that storm, so that finally there is healing and transformation. So and Aquarius is an Aries sign, and Shatabhisha, the deity, is Lord Varuna, so the water element is also there, god of the oceans, water bodies. And Aquarius is a very airy sign, so air and water, air element, water element. So air is connected to intellectual capabilities, air element. Air is connected to gaining knowledge. Alright. It is connected to forming networks, connections, and gaining knowledge. While water is connected to to confronting your inner self, going deep within yourself, soul searching. So all that, and so now let's quickly move on to the results for the individual zodiac signs, ascendants or moon signs. If you are looking at your moon sign, then you have to definitely refer to your moon chart. So if you're looking at the results from the moon sign, then the effects or the impact will be there on the mental level. If you're looking at the results from your ascendant, then definitely you have to look at your Lagna chart. Then the impact will be there on the physical level or overall level, because Lagna stands for your body, mind and soul, overall life. And yes, moon is also very significant. Why? Because moon signs, because Rahu is anyway the north node of the moon. So in fact, in order to get good results during this transit of Rahu, if you can do moon remedies, especially if moon is already weak or afflicted in your chart, or if this Rahu's transit is going to be problematic for you, then you should do moon remedies. If you strengthen your moon, then definitely this transit can give you wonderful results. It can heighten your power of intuition, and it can enable you make wise decisions pertaining to various areas of life, so that you can sail through this transit smoothly. So now let's quickly move on to the sample chart, and from there we'll move on to each of the 12 ascendants and moon signs. So this is the sample chart. You can see this is the chart of a Leo ascendant. So in this chart, you have to find out where you have the sign of Aquarius. So you can see that this is a Lagna chart. In this chart, Aquarius sign falls in the 7th house. Alright. So that means for a Leo ascendant, Rahu will transit in Shatabhisha Nakshatra in the sign of Aquarius in the 7th house. Alright. So this significant transit will take place in the 7th house of relationship, okay, for Leo ascendants. So that's what you need to remember. So find out into which house Rahu will transit in Aquarius as per your respective ascendant. Okay, so what results Aries ascendant or Aries moon can expect? Let's find out. Now look at your respective chart. So Rahu will transit into your 11th house if you are an Aries ascendant in Shatabhisha Nakshatra in the sign of Aquarius. So this period of transit can show that there will be sudden changes in your social circle, and suddenly certain friendships will go or will come to an end, and you may form new friendships, new associations, new connections with people. It's possible. Since Rahu is there in the 11th house, so you have to also be careful, because You may feel that some people in your social circle, they may be very deceptive, even secretive. They may have ulterior motives. So you may see their real faces also during this transit. So maybe there's a need to distance yourself from them so that you can protect yourself. And you may form new associations with people. You may get drawn to people belonging to foreign culture, belonging to different geographical region or cultural background. You may get drawn to people who are knowledgeable, who are into occult mysticism, or people who have a magnetic aura about them. People who are intellectuals, you may get drawn to such people during this period. Yes, there can be gains, definitely, from your work, whatever work you're doing, because Rahu is the planet of amplification, so your gains can get heightened from your work, and there can be sudden gains also, not just from work, but also from your association with people in your social network. But yes, you need to adopt fair means, ethical means to gain wealth. That is also important. And your elder siblings, there may be ups and downs in their life, or their health, may undergo, undergo certain upheavals. Their life may undergo certain upheavals. It's possible. And what else? Rahu in the 11th house. So 11th house, actually, from there, Rahu will activate your entire karma trine, the trine of desires or ambition. That entire trine is going to get activated. 11th house, 3rd house, 7th house. So what will happen? You may get distanced from people in your network, even from your siblings. It's possible you may get distanced from them, or you will definitely either you will get distanced, or you will get very much attached. Any of the extremes. All right. And you may also get into some relationship with somebody who belongs to a different culture. All right, you may get attracted to such people belonging to different culture, different origin, and or geographical region. That's possible. But again, be careful with whom you mingle, because yes, people they can deceive you. So you need to be very careful before forming friendship, especially close friendship or relationship. So yeah, this is the period when you will want to focus on maximizing your gains, your profit, on gaining more and more wealth. You can become materialistic, yes. So that is also possible. All right. You may gain from technology. You may gain from occult knowledge, healing practices. All right. You can gain by heightening your knowledge and intuition. All right. You can also gain through counseling. It's possible by becoming an independent counselor, consultant. That's possible. Also, what else? This transit can show that, because Rahu is in Shatabhisha, and Shatabhisha Nakshatra refers to 100 physicians, to healing and so on. So you will also this is a time when you will, also ask yourself, what sort of people you should actually be with, and what are the ways in which your income can increase. So all these things, you will do research, you will go to the depth of these things also. Yes, and you may also adopt certain unconventional ways of income, of gaining income. All right. So there may be change in your income, sudden change. Now if you're moving towards knowledge, if you heighten your power of intuition through meditation, then definitely your income can increase. So sudden rise in income, that is also possible. You may gain from foreign connections. Yes, and if you have foreign connections with people or clients in foreign lands, you may gain from that. And you may be, or any kind of profession which is connected with Rahu, like the showbiz industry, or even as I mentioned a little while ago here, even counseling, or at an independent counselor who actually who heals people, so into healing practices, or you could be into even psychological counseling. So all these professions can enable you to gain wealth. And during this period of transit, your focus will be on your gains, focus will be on forming meaningful connections with people in your social circle. Okay, if you feel certain connections or relationships are not necessary, you may distance yourself from them, and you may attach yourself to, new people. So all that can happen. So yes, all that about Aries Ascendant and or Aries Moon. So here your entire 11th house and karma trine, as I said, will get affected. So make wise decisions pertaining to relationship, pertaining to income sources. Now let's move on to Taurus Moon or Taurus Ascendant. So if you are a Taurus person, then definitely Rahu will transit in Shatabhisha Nakshatra, in Aquarius, in your if you're Taurus, into your 10th house. Alright, 10th house of career or karma, your public image, social reputation. So Rahu will transit there. Now you may gain from professions connected to technology, politics or administration. You may gain from such professions. You may also gain from any kind of profession which involves research, investigation, and which involves going in quest of knowledge. So if you heighten your knowledge, if you heighten your research abilities, then you can do well in your profession. If you have foreign connections, if your profession is connected to foreign clients or foreign land or foreign company, then you can really gain during this period. Or if your profession is connected to technology, healing, independent counseling, or even occult, psychology, from these professions also you can gain a lot. Nevertheless, whatever be your career or profession, some changes are going to come about in your profession. Unexpected changes, unpredictable changes for which you are not prepared. And since Rahu is transiting into your 10th house, the entire Earth trine is going to be affected or activated. Earth trine, that is 10th house, 2nd house and 6th house. All the three houses. So the entire Earth trine. And during this period, Earth means by dint of your hard work, by dint of your efforts, when you try to accumulate resources and wealth, that is Earth. Okay, so focus on profession, focus on work, career. That's what you actually want to do, have to do, and focus on gaining wealth, so that you may also be a little detached from your home, because then Ketu will be in the 4th house. So you will feel a little detached. You may have to go away from your home, because of your work. You may have to travel. And traveling to different places, foreign places or distant places due to work, that is also going to help your profession or career. But what Rahu wants you to do is to focus on your work, on your karma. But Rahu also wants, you to remember that you need to focus on your karma, but whatever work you do, you need to also adopt ethical means and do your work. Otherwise, after all, Aquarius, Rahu is in Shatabhisha and Aquarius. Aquarius is ruled by Saturn also. So definitely there will be karmic consequences. So Rahu itself is also a very karmic planet, which is connected to our pending karma in this life. So it is also connected to our past lives. So you will feel that certain developments will happen at your workplace, which are unexpected and fated, very fated and very karmic. So, and you cannot do anything to, avoid that storm or those changes. So you have to embrace them, take them in your stride, no matter how challenging they may be. You have to accept those challenges at your workplace. So Rahu wants you to accept them, confront your hidden fears, dilemmas and conflicts, so that there can be an eventual transformation, a positive transformation, so that you can eventually grow in your career, right? So yeah, all that. So the focus will be mostly on, on your work. The focus will be on how to, do well in your career, so that you can gain wealth, all right? And so that you can maintain, even because Rahu's focus is also coming, its aspect is also falling on the 6th house, so that defeating enemies, rivals, so that you can rise up the ladder and do well in your career. So all that also definitely will overtake you during this period of Rahu's transit. So yeah, definitely this transit can have a lot of karmic consequences also. So be careful. Try to definitely gain knowledge, enhance your intuition, intellectual abilities, but do remain ethical. That is important. All right. Then eventually there will be real growth in your career. All right. So yeah, and Rahu really wants you to focus on your work, on your karma. So not just career, but also on your karma refers to your actions also. So yeah, you may also indulge in certain, people may think that, you are indulging in actions which are strange, unconventional. So suddenly you may be interested in any sort of work which is connected to mysticism, healing, inner healing, or soul searching. You may be interested in occult. You may be in quest of hidden knowledge. So all that is also possible during this period. Okay, so you may have an inclination towards, uncovering the truth behind your existence, and so you may be interested in establishing, or in actually you'll be in quest of your true karma. So or real, what should be your karma, what karma you need to execute, what path of karma you need to follow. So all those questions also. So if you're not happy with your career, then there'll be a lot of inner conflict, that what should be your path of work, your line of work. So then you have to make use of your intuition. You have to go deeper within yourself, to get those answers. You have to get into that meditative state also. The answers lie within us. So whatever is your work, you need to be dutiful, you need to be accountable, you need to do your work with integrity, intelligence, make use of your knowledge. Okay, and yes, that is the way. And Rahu is also focus. Rahu is also desire. So the desire, you must heighten your desire to work hard. That is the key. Then you will truly become successful in your career, and you'll be able to gain wealth, even you gain social reputation, and your public image will be enhanced. So Rahu is also connected to digital media, okay, And in the 10th house, definitely it can show that you are making use of social media, even in your professional life, all right, digital media. You may be in the media industry. That's also possible. So yeah, all that. Now let's move on to the next ascendant, that is Gemini ascendant. If you're a Gemini ascendant, then Rahu will transit in Shatabhisha Nakshatra in Aquarius in your 9th house. So whether Gemini moon or ascendant. 9th house, the house of father, religion, travel, foreign travel, higher education. So now Rahu has come to that house. So a lot of focus on higher education, on gaining higher knowledge, definitely can be there. So you may consider moving to some foreign land to gain higher education. All right. So you may be interested in gaining higher education in the field of occult, healing practices, psychology. All right. Any profession which is also connected with Rahu, like chartered accountancy, audit. So you will have that quest, to gain knowledge, higher knowledge. You may also, Rahu in Aquarius in your 9th house in Shatabhisha Nakshatra. So you may have a desire to travel to to places where you have temples, or different places of worship are there. So whether temples or gurudwaras or churches or mosques, depending on your religion, the religion that you follow. So a desire to worship different places in quest of the divine, in quest of perhaps your own self. Because now Rahu has come to the 9th house, and 9th house is also, part of the Dharma trine. So 9th house, 1st house and 5th house, all these 3 houses are going to be influenced. Alright? So yes, during this period you may also feel a little detached from your younger siblings or neighbors, because you are so much in quest of higher knowledge. You want to gain knowledge, you want to travel to different places, desire to travel to foreign places, foreign lands, okay, in quest of knowledge, in quest of, even maybe in quest of prosperity, because you want a better life. So due to work, also you may have a desire to travel to foreign lands, or because you want to gain knowledge for higher education. That is also possible. Or you may have a desire to move to some foreign land and either travel there and maybe stay there for a while. That also you may have. So all those desires, you may have that attraction towards foreign lands. Okay. You may also, during this period of Rahu's transit, Gemini people, you may question your own religion, religious beliefs. You may question your faith, your guru. You may question them. It's possible. All right. So what I suggest is that if you have a Kula Guru or a Kula Devi or Devta, who is also referred to as the family deity, or in the people have a guru also who has been who's there for generations in the family. So that guru or deity, you may question your faith in them, but what I believe is that you should not go against them, because during this period, Gemini people, you may get attracted or drawn to some different religion, to some different religious faith. That is possible. Now all religions, they teach that there is a supreme power that is controlling everything, the universe, and also everything beyond the universe, if anything exists. So there is a supreme power. So there is no harm in there's no harm in learning about other religions. You should also respect other religions. Why not? But what I feel is that being inquisitive about other religions, about other religious faith is fine. You can be inquisitive. You can also try to read their literature, so that you can also, all the wonderful principles that are being taught, you can adopt them also. Why not? But you should not forget your own religion, your own roots. All right? Because what I have seen is that when people, especially if they go against their family deity, or the guru who has been there for generations in the family, that saint, who has been there for generations, and many people in their family, they have received initiation also from that guru. So when you go against that totally, what I have seen, is that there can be consequences. So Gemini people, be careful, all right? It is good to gain knowledge about other religions, about other religious philosophies, all right? So yeah, so it's very important to maintain that balance. Now, if you have inquisitiveness, if you really want to know more about your religion, you should meet up your religious guru, or if there is anyone, definitely people are there even in your religion who can guide you. You should meet them up, meet some spiritual guru, so that you can gain better insights regarding your own religion. All right? So yes, nevertheless, Gemini people, they can have a very unconventional approach to religious beliefs, to religion, to religious philosophy. All right? So more than religious practices, during this period of Rahu's transit and Shatabhisha in Aquarius, you may be more interested in meditation. That is a wonderful thing. Actually, meditation, name chanting, that is the way in which you can attain even self-realization. You can get closer to the divine. So meditation definitely is the key. Name chanting, doing prayers, that is the key actually, which you should practice on a regular basis, so that you get closer to the divine. So all that you should do. And also so that sometimes, we also want answers. We want, we have so many doubts, because you see the entire Dharma trine is getting affected, not just 9th house, but even 1st and 5th house. So what should be my identity? What religion should I follow? Whom should I worship? So all these questions. So for that, name chanting, chanting the name of your deity. You may worship any deity as per your inclination. But as I told you, it is always good to, if you have a family deity, you should worship them, and after that also you can worship some other deity. Why not? But name chanting, meditation is very important. So that will enable you to heighten your power of intuition and to attain self-realization also eventually. All right? So that is important for you. So that all those conflicts and dilemmas that you have to confront during this period. So the answer lies in going deep within yourself, chanting the name of the Lord, and doing some meditation regularly. You should do that on a daily basis, at least for some time, say 15 minutes. So that is very important, which Gemini people should remember. So during this period, also if due to their connections with foreign lands, or they may become fortunate. That is possible. If you have connection with foreign lands, if your work is also connected to some foreign company or some foreign connection, if you have, or if you get the opportunity to undertake foreign travel, you can become fortunate also during this period. It's possible. And also if you focus on higher knowledge, if you have to focus on higher knowledge, you have to really gain knowledge regarding any field of higher study. But also it is important to know your own self, your true self, your identity, and that is possible through surrender to the divine. Okay, so that is important. So all that will enable you to become fortunate. All right, so during this period you may think of initiation also, initiation from a guru if you haven't yet received initiation. So all that is possible for Gemini people. So yeah, and during this period you may really have a desire to meet spiritual gurus, spiritual leaders, and you should definitely meet them, gain knowledge from them. That will definitely enhance your outlook on life, and you will be able to redefine your own identity also, and you will know your own self better. Definitely if you're in the company of people who can guide you and throw light on the hidden mysteries of life. So yeah, definitely you should do all of that. And ninth house is also the house of the father, so your father's health may have certain issues. So during this period you need to be attached to your father. All right, so again, some people may enter into conflicts also. So don't, instead of that, you need to be attached to your father. You need to look after your father, because your father's health also may undergo ups and downs, or their life may undergo ups and downs. So you have to be there to support your father. So all that. Now let's move on to the next ascendant, Cancer ascendant. If you're a Cancer moon or Cancer ascendant, then okay, Rahu will transit in Shatabhisha Nakshatra in Aquarius into your 8th house. So 8th house, we know, is the house of spiritual awakening also. So Rahu is transiting that also in Shatabhisha, the nakshatra of healing, even mysticism, occult, and so on. So a lot of interest in gaining occult knowledge, in knowing things about your own horoscope. Yes, you may also want to meet astrologers or tarot readers, and you may want to gain insights regarding your own life. So or maybe you want insights into your own future. So a lot of soul searching during this period is possible. During this period, you may also have a tendency to remain in isolation, because you see 8th house is part of the moksha trine. 8th house, 12th house and 4th house. So they are all part of the moksha trine. You may get distanced from your home, and you may go into meditation. You may go into various spiritual practices or sadhana, because you want to know your inner self. Now during this period, your hidden fears, all that also may resurface. Certain conflicts, which you have with people, those conflicts also can resurface. All right. So if you're married, it could be conflict with your in-laws. All right. Some conflicts regarding inheritance of some property, some conflicts pertaining to joint resources with your partner. So all those conflicts may come to the fore, and you may have to confront them. All right, so that eventually you can find a way out, and you can heal yourself, and then your life can get transformed for the better. So if there are certain conflicts, issues which you need to confront, you have to confront. That's what Rahu in Shatabhisha is telling you, is asking you to do, that you have to confront. You have to be courageous enough to face those conflicts and challenges. And those conflicts may also be very internal, conflicts within your own mind, dilemma going on, on the mental level. So those dilemmas and conflicts, you have to come out of them, so that you may realize your true self, and you may gain true knowledge regarding your own identity. So that is why, the desire to do meditation, isolate yourself for a while sometimes and do meditation. And and also yoga, yogic practices, spiritual practices, some sadhana, so that you can know the truth behind the surface reality of things. Okay? So that desire, your inclination, as I mentioned, towards occult knowledge, so that also definitely can be there. The desire to know about psychology, all right? So that also, you can also definitely, during this period of Rahu's transit into your 8th house, this is a wonderful period for you to, heal yourself and even heal others. So if you have knowledge, occult knowledge, or the knowledge of psychology, maybe you can heal yourself, heal others. And if you don't have such knowledge, you may have the desire to gain such knowledge. All right? So yes, during this period you should also develop compassion and the desire to be charitable towards those who are in suffering. As you know, Rahu, the planet Rahu, is also connected to your pending karma. So during this period of Rahu's transit, you have to focus on those people also who are suffering, who are in pain, who have undergone some loss, maybe the death of a near and dear one. They have undergone some tremendous loss. They are going through a lot of suffering and pain. Okay? So people going through adversity, people in calamities, people who have been affected by any sort of natural calamity, people in poverty, distress. So during this period, Cancer people, you should actually try your best to serve those people in some way or the other, in whichever way you can. So, in whichever way you can afford, you should reach out to those people who are in suffering and pain. Be kind to maybe, at least you can be kind to the poor or to people around you, like your servants, people who serve you. Definitely you should be compassionate towards them. All right? And help doing some charity. Okay? So donating either food, vegetarian food, pure drinking water, donating that to the poor, to needy, to the unprivileged, or imparting your knowledge, that also. Okay? So during this period, so that is going to really realize your true self, and you are going to really gain knowledge of your inner self, and you are going to you may even attain self-realization during this period. But that will be possible if you follow some path of worship or sadhana, some spiritual practices. So at least meditating for 15 minutes a day, or name chanting, something or the other. You have to discipline yourself and do that. And then you will see a miraculous transformation in you over time. So that is possible. All right? And as I also told you, that during this period for Cancer people, a lot of focus on inheritance, that a lot of focus on also, joint resources with your partner. So this is also a good time to, invest in, various schemes. And if you're in relationship, in serious relationship or marriage, then jointly both of you can invest in various, policies, funds, insurance, in various schemes. So you can invest your money jointly, joint resources. And that is important. And also 8th house is also the house of intimate relationship with your partner or soulmate or spouse. So during this period, a lot of focus on improving your intimate life with your partner. So the focus may also be on that. You may feel very much attached, to your partner sexually. And that is also possible. And during this period, it's possible that you may feel a little detached from your family, because Ketu will be in the 2nd house. But be careful, because 2nd house is also the house of speech. Don't hurt your family members or others. And you need to be careful with your speech also during this period. Okay? So, and your speech. And Ketu is also going to Ketu will be in 2nd house, so you need to be careful about your food habits. Okay? So that you can maintain your health. And you will want a very intimate, transparent relationship with your partner. Alright, transparency. So maintaining that transparency and passionate connection with partner, mutual trust in the relationship, all that is also going to be very important. All that will definitely improve your relationship with your partner. So all that. Now let's move on to the next zodiac sign, Leo. If you're a Leo moon or Leo ascendant, then Rahu will transit in Shatabhisha Nakshatra in Aquarius into your 7th house. 7th house of partnership, relationship, spouse. 7th house is also connected to career, because it is 10th from the 10th house as per the Bhavad Bhavam concept. So all these areas now will be influenced by Rahu's transit, and very powerful transit. So if I talk about career, because 7th house is also the house which shows how you're going to deal with people. It is also the house of independent business. So you may get into independent counseling if you're already into counseling. So during this period, you may meet people from different cultures, different lands. You need to heighten your power of intuition so that you can deal with them in a meaningful way. And then there'll be growth in your business, in your career, in your counseling practices. So during this period, you may have this desire to, gain knowledge so that you can also heal others. You can get into counseling practices, counseling activities. That is possible. Or teaching. Gain knowledge so that you can teach others. So 7th house is also connected to teaching. So all that I have to gain knowledge so that I can, teach others, help others. Also, primarily 7th house we know is the house of marriage, partnership. So getting attracted to somebody who is from a different culture, different geographical region is possible. Or getting attracted to somebody who's into occult research. So that is also possible. Or getting drawn to people who have intellectual capabilities during this period. So Leo people, you will experience that you will be attracted by those who have knowledge, those who can heal you. So you will get attracted to such people. It's possible. Now again, a desire to travel to foreign lands also during this period. You can benefit from foreign connections in your work or business also. Now, as far as a relationship with partner is concerned, definitely there will be a lot of focus on being with your partner, because Rahu is also attachment. A lot of focus on developing your relationship with your partner in a wonderful way. You may have this desire to surprise your partner Okay, pleasant surprises, so that they fall for you all over again. So that desire to be with your partner, the desire also to maintain a healthy, intimate connection with partner, that's possible. And focus on partner, focus on relationship. If you're single, you will have a desire to be in relationship with somebody. All right, that's possible. But again, the relationship should be, a meaningful relationship. So just because somebody is very good looking, just because someone is attractive, you should not just fall for them for that reason. You may fall for anyone, but you also have to eventually find out how they are feeling about you. Because if you invest yourself too much in a relationship about which you are not sure, then eventually you may also be deceived by that person. And if you become a victim of deception, of betrayal, then definitely it will be very difficult for you to bear everything, right? So yes, if you are single, you may get attracted to somebody who is highly knowledgeable, someone who almost has a very mysterious aura about them, magnetic aura. You may be attracted to them, but again, before getting into a committed relationship, you have to know how they feel about you. Are they truly committed to you? So that is also very important. You have to know that. You have to find that out first before jumping into that relationship. So yeah. So 7th house is part of the Karma trine. 7th, 11th, 3rd house. All the 3 houses are connected. So the entire Karma trine, the trine of desires, ambition, is going to be now affected by Rahu's transit in Shatabhisha. So a lot of desire to do well in career, profession, a lot of desire to be in a meaningful, intense, passionate relationship with someone. All right, desire to even travel, to undertake travel. So all those desires can, influence you during this period. All right. So a desire for social networking, a desire for connecting with people, the desire to fulfill your wishes, wish fulfillment. So you can also get, definitely you may, because it is part of this Karma trine, is in the chart of the Kalpurusha, it is ruled by air signs. So definitely, and also Rahu's transiting in Aquarius, so that thirst for knowledge, yes, but also the thirst, the desire, the hunger to be in a meaningful relationship with that special person and forming meaningful connections. So that desire will also overtake you. Okay, that forming meaningful connections. Now, definitely if you interact with people who are knowledgeable, people who are into healing, occult, people who are really knowledgeable, so then definitely you can benefit from such interactions and from association with such people also during this period. So yeah, and so this is the period during which you have to focus on your relationship, yes, but again Ketu will be in the 1st house. So you may at times, feel a little detached from other things because you are so busy, Leo people, during this period. You are focusing so much on interpersonal connections that your own identity, establishing your own identity, all that can also take a back seat during this period. So you need to maintain that balance. If you like somebody, if you have fallen for someone, that is fine, but don't be over dependent upon them. So over dependence is not the ideal thing, So in a relationship there should be mutual dependence. So if you are depending upon your partner emotionally, you're dependent upon them or dependent upon them in other ways also, then your partner also should be dependent upon you. It should always be a two-way traffic, not one way. All right? So don't be over-dependent. Don't be over-obsessed or over-fascinated with partner or relationship. You have to realize that this is just a part of life. You have a higher purpose also in this life. And that higher purpose is definitely, realizing yourself, your true identity, establishing your true identity through your work, through your career. So definitely, so that is important. So that you cannot forget. All right? So all these things about Leo people. And so partnership business, you may be very much interested in partnership business, but again, choose your partner wisely. If your partner belongs to different culture or cultural background, then it's better. Or if your partner is in a different geographical region, and if you are into some sort of business partnership with them, then it would be better for that business which you want to do with your partner. Because again, during this period, you may be deceived by your partner if you're already into partnership business. So don't trust your partner blindly, because they definitely, they are, by dint of their cleverness, by dint of their intellect, they have the power to deceive you also. So be careful, be watchful. So don't, if you're into independent business, if you're into partnership business, don't depend on your partner entirely. It has to be, both of you will have to be involved equally. All right? And don't leave everything entirely to them. And if you're into independent business, then it's definitely going to be wonderful for you, where you are the sole owner. So it is a wonderful period to think about starting your own business independently. So all that about Leo. Now let's move on to the next zodiac sign, Virgo. So if you're a Virgo ascendant, or if you're a Virgo moon, so look at your horoscope. Look, if you're a Virgo moon, look at the moon chart. If you're a Virgo ascendant, look at your Lagna chart. Planet Rahu will transit into your 6th house in Shatabhisha Nakshatra in the sign of Aquarius. 6th house is the house of health, even it is the house of diseases, it is the house of obstacles, challenges, it is the house of your daily routine. It is also the house of your rivals and enemies, even colleagues, and even your workplace for that matter, your job also. So Rahu is now transiting in Aquarius, in Shatabhisha, very powerful position of Rahu in 6th house. This is generally considered to be a very powerful and a very beneficial transit for Virgo people, because Rahu is in a powerful position. So you will be in a position to defeat your rivals, your enemies. They won't be able to harm you in any way. You'll be protected. How will you protect yourself? By dint of your intelligence, intellectual power, by dint of your intuition, you'll be able to protect yourself. And you will be able to defeat your enemies and rivals during this period. And yes, a lot of focus on competition, competitive spirit will heighten in you. And you will have the desire to defeat all those who tried to demean you in the past. So now this is the time to answer them back in their own coin, to pay them back in their own coin. So, and you can do that by gaining knowledge. And whatever be your field of work, whatever be your job, so you really have to focus on your on the kind of accountability that you should have, at your workplace. So the focus is on your job, on your day-to-day work, on your routine. So if you're into work, if you're into any sort of job which you're doing on a routine basis, then you really need to focus on how you can do better at your workplace. Because Rahu is focus. You have to focus on that. So there can be unpredictable changes, developments at your workplace. So in your job life, some challenges may be thrown at you. You have to be courageous enough to take up all those challenges in your stride. You have to face those challenges. That's what Rahu in Shatabhisha shows, and especially its 6th house as an Upachaya house, which is wonderful for Rahu, that you cannot run away from challenges and you have the capability to face them, confront them. And that is the way in which you can heal yourself. Alright, and that is the way you can defeat all rivals and become victorious. So this is the period during which you can be victorious and successful in your work. Now when Rahu will be in the 6th house, Ketu will be in the 12th house. At times you may feel that you're so obsessed with your daily work or the work that you're doing on a day-to-day basis that you are also deprived of sleep, or there are some disturbances in your sleep. You may feel that. Alright? Or Ketu in the 12th house, that also can show that during this period of Rahu's transit and Shatabhisha into your 6th house, because Ketu will be in 12th house, you may, certain dream messages may be conveyed to you during this period. Ketu in the 12th, that can heighten your spirituality, your spiritual inclinations. Certain messages may be conveyed to you through your dreams. Don't ignore your dreams and don't think that they are baseless. So maybe something is being conveyed to you through dreams. Alright? And because Ketu will be in the 12th house, so you will also have an inclination to attain self-realization during this period. You may have a desire to meditate. You may have a desire to get into spiritual practices or follow some spiritual path. So that desire also can be there during this period. But again, Rahu is activating the 6th house, which is part of the Earth trine. 6th house, 10th house and 2nd house. Earth trine is a trine of Artha or Purushartha also. That is hard work on a day-to-day basis, so that you can do well in your career, profession, so that you can amass wealth also. So focus will also be on gaining wealth. Materialistic pursuits will also overpower or overtake you. But you may want to gain wealth to fulfill your needs, to shoulder your responsibilities towards your family, and also maybe because you want to do some charity. So you want to help those who are in need. You want to help the unprivileged. So a lot of compassion and compassion for people in distress, because Ketu in the 12th house. So a desire to be charitable to those who are in need of help. And for that you will, and also a lot of soul searching, meditation during this period. But again, you are aware of the fact that you have to focus on your work, because your work is the only means through which you can gain wealth. Because definitely you have to gain wealth. Wealth is also power. If you want to be charitable, if you want to help the needy, how will you do so unless you have wealth yourself? So that is why a very balanced approach also you need to have during this period. That yes, okay, your heart is going out to those in poverty and distress, but in order to help them, you have to help yourself first. You have to focus on your career, on your work. That's what Rahu wants you to do. And 6th house is the house of medicine and healing. So you may also definitely, Rahu has transited into the 6th house. So your work may be connected to healing, to occult. It may be connected to technology, psychology, healing others through counseling. So that is also possible. Your work may be connected to any of that also. You may be into the healthcare industry, healthcare in medicine. That is also possible. And if you really are into any of these fields, you can be a very powerful healer actually. Rahu will make you, Rahu's transit is really going to make you a very powerful healer. Whether you're into medical science, whether you're into veterinary science, whether you're into any sort of healing practices, occult, psychology, you can be a very powerful healer. And also, if your work is connected to technology, you can really do well. There can be, you may, encounter, or you may be part of significant breakthroughs in technology even. Alright? So, you can do anything. You can, because Rahu in the 6th house, very powerful. On a day-to-day basis, you're really working hard. You're into research investigation, you're into technology, any sort of research investigation. So you may also come up with new inventions, discoveries. So, and you may shock the people, all people around you. That is also possible during this period. So, but yes, whatever be your field of work, during this period you really need to focus on your work. You may feel that at times it could be very challenging for you to maintain your daily routine. Okay, you want to maintain your routine, but it could be challenging because new things are coming up maybe. So new challenges are coming up before you. So, but nevertheless, you need to maintain your health. Alright? So focus should be on health. Focus should be on a healthy food, on a healthy diet also, on healthy practices. Because if you are blessed with good health, only then you will be in a position to, defeat your rivals and enemies and, move ahead in the field of competition. You'll remain ahead of your rivals and you'll also be able to defeat your rivals. So for that you need to maintain health also, good health. So yes, during this period, meditation, breathing exercise, all that will enable you to also maintain good health. So yeah, now let's move on to the next zodiac sign, Libra. If you are a Libra moon or Libra ascendant, then Rahu will transit in Shatabhisha Nakshatra in Aquarius into your 5th house. So Rahu is transiting into your 5th house of creativity, love, romance, children. 5th house is also the house of success, even education. So if you may have a desire to gain knowledge, acquire education, you may seek admission into a college which is located in a foreign land or a place which is very far away from your birthplace. You may be interested in gaining occult knowledge. You may study psychology. Alright? So you will also focus on, you will have a desire to gain name and fame and recognition also for your work. So you may also have the desire to share your knowledge through counseling, teaching, and you will want recognition for your work. You will also want to have fun with your friends, with people who are close to you. Yes, you will also have a desire to pursue your hobbies, interests during this period. You may have to focus on your children. Unexpected developments may happen in their life, in your children's or child's life, if you have any. So you really need to focus on them. You need to definitely, pay attention to what they need. All right. During this period, because Ketu will be in your 11th house, you may feel a little detached from your social circle or elder siblings, because you are now focusing so much on gaining knowledge, on establishing your identity. Why? Because 5th house is also part of the Dharma trine. 5th house, 9th house, 1st house, they're all connected. So now the focus is on Dharma, on duty. Focus is on, what should be, how you have to shoulder your responsibilities, your duty. And focus is also on establishing your own identity through your knowledge, through your intuition, through your skills. You will want to establish your identity and gain success in your field of work. All right? So, gaining name and fame in the world of entertainment or showbiz world, that is also a possibility during this transit of Rahu. So gaining recognition because of your occult abilities, gaining recognition because of your research, investigation, so because of scientific spirit, because of your knowledge, intuition, you can gain recognition also during this period. It's possible. So we are talking about Libra people. Okay, so Libra people, this is the time to focus on your own identity, how to establish your own identity. Libra people generally, they have a desire to, think about others first, because they are so social. Yes, they will always, and if they are in relationship, they will think of their partner first. So they will think of how to satisfy others first, so that sometimes their own welfare and well-being can take a back seat. But during this transit of Rahu into your 5th house, Rahu has come to remind you that this is the time during which you have to focus on your own growth, on your personal development. And that can happen through gaining knowledge, by enhancing your power of intuition through meditation, through mantra chanting or spiritual practices. 5th house is also the house of mantra chanting. You may also focus a lot on speculative business. All right, you may want to invest, so that you can gain a lot of wealth. So speculatively, you may, whatever speculative business is there, so investing in stocks, shares, etc. All right, because Rahu is there. But be careful. Look at the 5th Lord in your horoscope, how the 5th Lord is placed in your D1 chart and where the 5th Lord has gone in your D9 chart. Okay, you should look at that. Only if it is well placed, you should think of speculative business. Otherwise, you should not. All right. So a lot of desire. Now you may get into a love relationship with somebody who belongs to a foreign culture, somebody from a different geographical region. You may be in a romantic relationship with them. It's possible. So Rahu can show sudden, hookups and even sudden breakups. It can show that. So suddenly you may get attached and attracted to somebody, and suddenly there may be even a breakup in your love life. That is also possible. All right. So Rahu in Shatabhisha actually wants you to ask yourself what sort of relationship you really share with this person. Do you really have a soul connection with this person? Or it is only you who is making efforts in the relationship and your person is not bothered? Is it a soul connection? So that you have to ask yourself. Otherwise, you may be deceived in love also. You may be betrayed in love. So be careful. So Rahu is into your 5th house. So Rahu will influence all of that. All the 5th house matters. So this is the time to gain knowledge, to gain education, to enhance your power of intuition through meditation, prayers, mantra chanting, through worship. And this is also the time during which you need to really focus on your duty, because this is part of the Dharma trine. Your duty not just towards your children, but also towards your parents, if you have them. So your duty towards your family, yes, and also your duty towards your own self. That is, you have to also question yourself. What is your true identity? What is your purpose in this life? And so that is why it is only through meditation that you'll be able to get answers to such questions. And you'll be able to, establish your identity, and maybe you can aim to attain self-realization also eventually through meditation, spiritual practices, and so on. So all that about Libra. Now let's move on to Scorpio. If you are a Scorpio moon, or if you are a Scorpio ascendant, then Rahu will transit in Shatabhisha Nakshatra in Aquarius into your 4th house. 4th house of mother, home, even your mind, emotions. So a lot of emotional healing is required during this period actually. Now 4th house is part of the Moksha trine. It is going to activate, Rahu's transit is going to energize or activate 4th house, 8th house and 12th house. You may have a desire to settle down in a foreign land. You may have a desire to, really settle down, go somewhere, travel to a foreign land and settle there. You may have a desire to go away from your home also sometimes. Distance yourself maybe from your home, from your mother, from your domestic matters. Or you may feel deeply attached. So any of these two extremes is possible, depending on your respective circumstances and also depending on the dasha that you're running. So either you will focus a lot on your domestic matters, domestic life, your mother's health may require attention. You really need to serve your mother. So if you have your mother, you need to serve. Or if there is anyone who's a motherly figure, you really need to serve them. You really need to be kind and compassionate to people in your family. Because 4th house is the house of your domestic life. You need to be kind, compassionate to your family members. If there is conflict, problems, you may feel like detaching yourself from them. So even if there's such a situation arises that you had to detach yourself, but nevertheless, you should continue to send your blessings and best wishes to them. You should continue to be their well-wisher, so that someday they will realize who you are, and then everything will be, fine someday between you and them. So that is also a thing. So if there are conflicts, it is good to detach yourself from your family members or even mother. Detach for a while, so that you can brood over things, so that you can go deep and you can, make sense of things. But whatever be the situation, you should always, have compassion. You should be compassionate. You should have empathy. empathy for your mother, for your family members, that is important. During this period, again, you may be very much attached. You may be very much worried about domestic matters, very much attached to your home, that you may feel a little detached from your work, because then Ketu will be in the 10th house. You may feel a little detached from your work commitments. It's possible. Or if your work is connected to Ketu, then it's very good. Ketu is connected to foreign lands, foreign companies. Ketu is also connected to foreign travel. Ketu is connected to technology, occult, healing. All 8th house and 12th house matters are connected to Ketu. So if your profession is connected to that, it's going to be very good. If you're into healing, research, occult, and so on. Otherwise, you may feel a little detached. You may feel restless at your workplace because you are focusing so much on your domestic life. It's possible. So you need to strike a balance, because Ketu is also discipline. So you need to be disciplined at your workplace. Alright? And yes, you have to be dutiful towards, and especially compassionate towards people in your family, in your household. Maybe sacrificing your own pleasures for the sake of your family members during this period will improve your relationship with them. Unexpected changes may happen within your home. There may be a change of residence. Yes, you may think of moving to a different land, and you may think of buying some asset in a foreign land. It's possible. Your residence may change. So all that is also possible. Then what else? Yeah, so you will now basically, because 4th house is part of the moksha trine, so you are actually in quest of mental peace during this period. You see 4th house, 8th house, 12th house all getting activated. So during this period, you have to do some meditation, yoga, breathing exercise or pranayam. You should do name chanting, every day, at least for 15 minutes, you should do some meditation or name chanting. That is very important. You do it every day at a specific time of the day, and you will see changes in yourself within a couple of months. You will see that your intuition power will heighten. You will gain inner peace. Alright? And you will gain inner peace, because during this period, a lot of soul searching also can be there. You'll have a quest to know your real self, your true identity. So you may crave also for spiritual experiences. So you may get into spiritual practices or sadhana. That is also possible. So just discipline yourself. Every day do some meditation, breathing exercise. All that will calm your mind down. You will experience that calm and peace, inner peace, which you're looking for. And be empathetic towards your mother. That's important. Yes. And that is also the key. That's a very good remedy for moon also. Look after your mother. And so that will also eventually enable you to gain peace of mind during this period. You may think of assets, buying property, real estate property. That is possible during this period. Alright? So invest in property wisely, carefully. Alright? So if you buy some property which is away from your birthplace, then perhaps it could be better for you during this period. Away means at least 1000 kilometers away from your birthplace. If you buy some property, it would be better. So yeah, so all these things. Now that's all about Scorpio people. Now let's move on to Sagittarius people. If you are a Sagittarius moon or Sagittarius ascendant, Then Rahu will transit in Shatabhisha Nakshatra in Aquarius in your third house of younger siblings, communication. During this period, be careful with your communication and speech also. Do not deceive others with your speech or communication. If you do so, it will definitely backfire. All right? So, if you speak on the basis of your knowledge and intuition, you will definitely gain, and people will get attracted to you. So your communication skills can seem to be very attractive also during this period. But attract people by dint of your knowledge, by dint of your intuition. Alright? So that is important. A lot of focus on learning new skills during this period. Sagittarius people, anyway, they have, they are people who are always in quest of knowledge generally, if Jupiter is more or less well placed. So during this period, you will have a lot of desire to learn new skills. Skills that involves the use of hands, the use of technology, or even communication. So writing also, painting, or any sort of artistic, creative skills. So learning new skills. So you may also turn towards, gaining occult knowledge. Yes. So, because after all, third house is the house of Gemini, the house of intellectual abilities. So you will also think about, learning new techniques which you can apply, in the field of astrology, tarot, or other kinds of occult fields. So you will want to learn new skills, and an inclination towards occult can be there, towards occult practices, healing with your hands. So you may get into Reiki healing. You may also be interested in palmistry. So Rahu can make you a wonderful writer. You may get into writing, any kind of writing, whether journalistic writing or fictional writing, even painting, anything. So enhancing your skills, gaining knowledge. So making a lot of efforts to gain knowledge during this period. Yes, so that can be there. You will also have a desire to travel to different places during this period, undertake short travels, focus on your hobbies and interests during this period. You may also focus on your younger siblings. You may feel very attached to them, or there could be certain conflicts with them, depending on the dasha and your respective horoscope. So either there can be conflicts, you may feel that they have betrayed your trust, or you may focus a lot on your younger siblings, cousins and neighbors. You may focus on them a lot. You may connect with them a lot. You may feel very much attached or drawn to them. That is also possible. Now, you see, third house is part of the Kama trine, the trine of desires, ambition. So that entire Kama trine is now going to be influenced by Rahu's transit into your third house. So during this period, your ambitions can heighten like anything. The desire for wish fulfillment, goal attainment. So all that desires can drive you a lot. You want to gain knowledge, you want to acquire new skills, you want to form interpersonal connections, you want to form meaningful social, network connections. Why? You want to network with people because you want to maximize your gains, you want to fulfill your goals, achieve your goals, fulfill your dreams, wishes, desires during this period, Sagittarius people. That's possible because the trine of desires and ambition is getting activated. Now during this period, social networking, reaching out to people through social media, sharing your knowledge through social media, even counseling activities, counseling or even healing others through your knowledge, intuition, or gaining occult knowledge, gaining knowledge of psychology or any form of hidden knowledge. Okay, and then getting into counseling, healing people. So definitely all that can influence you and overtake you during this period. And the desire to be in relationship also, getting attracted to somebody who belongs to foreign culture, foreign lands or different culture. So focus also on personal relationship, that is focusing on your on romantic relationship with someone, focusing on interpersonal connections with people. So during this period all that can happen. All right. So yeah, so during this period, actually this is the house of efforts. It's an Upachaya house. Here Rahu helps you a lot actually. So if you really have a sense of direction, then Rahu will tremendously help you to fulfill your ambition and to fulfill your desires. But you must have a proper sense of direction. All right, so that is important. You have to ask yourself, go deep within yourself and ask yourself, what should be your path of career, where you should make your efforts, along which direction you need to make efforts. And then once you get the answer and once you make efforts along a meaningful direction or career path, you will really become very successful and prosperous. So all that about about Sagittarius people. Now let's move on to the next sign, Capricorn. If you are a Capricorn moon or Capricorn ascendant, then definitely Rahu will transit in Shatabhisha in Aquarius in your second house of family, speech, wealth. So during this period, what will happen? A lot of focus on gaining wealth. Second house is part of the Earth trine, the trine of materialistic pursuits by dint of hard work. So that is the second house. It is activating the entire trine of Earth. So second house, sixth house, 10th house, all these houses. During this period, you may be so obsessed with gaining wealth that at times you may even feel detached from your partner in some way. So some distance. Why? Because you are so engrossed in gaining wealth. This can happen during this period, but you need to strike a balance. Gaining wealth through occult knowledge, through foreign connections, all that is possible. All right, maybe through investments in speculative business. But again, if you want to gain through investments in speculative business, like investments in stocks and shares, so for that you have to look at your fifth lord. If it is well placed in D1 and D9, only then you should move towards speculative business. So gaining through occult knowledge, psychology, gaining through foreign connections, so all that can enable you to gain wealth, to accumulate wealth. If your work is connected to foreign based companies or foreign clients, foreign lands, foreign travel, then from that also you can gain a lot and you can accumulate wealth. So your focus is on your material pursuits also during this period. You have to gain wealth, you have to amass wealth. Yes, so that can be your focus. So you will definitely believe that it is important to not just gain wealth but also to gain knowledge. Because second house is the house of your possessions, and knowledge is the priceless possession that you have. So again, you may also focus on knowledge so that you can do well in your profession, in your career, and you can gain wealth. And when you focus on knowledge, because knowledge is again what you possess. So if you focus on gaining knowledge, that will also help you to, gain through any sort of profession, also which involves the use of speech and communication, because second house is the house of speech. So you can also, gain wealth through your speech, because Rahu can help you to gain. Rahu can give you a wonderful ability of speech. Now Rahu in Shatabhisha in Aquarius. So if you really have knowledge, with your speech you may be able to heal people. And if you're into any sort of independent business or any kind of business which involves healing people, then you will be able to attract more and more clients, and you'll be successful in your business, in your work, and you'll be able to gain wealth. Because why? You have great healing abilities. You have great knowledge of healing others. This is just an example. So when Rahu moves to the second house, it is not just the desire for wealth, it is also the desire for knowledge. Because remember, Jupiter is also the significator of the second house. Yes, so the desire for knowledge should be there. That is the key actually. The desire for knowledge will heighten your intuitive abilities and will enable you to do well in your work, in your business, and your speech. People will get drawn to your speech. Your speech also will be very powerful. It will have a healing effect. You can heal others just by your words. Yes? So you use your words wisely, that will enable you to gain wealth, Capricorn people. And how will you use your words wisely? It's only by gaining knowledge. That is important. Now, you see, so for gaining knowledge, you have to go to the depth of things. So research, investigation, in any field, or going to the depth of matters, undertaking in-depth study of any subject matter will enable you to gain knowledge. Superficial knowledge will not help. In-depth knowledge, Capricorn people. Yes? So if you're into family business, then you really should focus on how to, expand your family business. Yes? You may either feel a little detached from your family members due to certain conflicts with them. You may feel that they have betrayed your trust or something during this period. Or you may focus a lot on your family. You may feel very attached to them also. Any of the extremes, depending on the dasha that you're running. So, and other planetary positions also in the horoscope. So, you may feel very much either very attached to them, that you're very much involved in family matters. Yes? Or you may withdraw yourself. You may feel detached from them. That can also happen. Alright? Nevertheless, you need to, don't hurt anybody with your speech. Because Rahu, very powerful Rahu in Shatabhisha, and you know that whatever you are saying is right. You know that whatever you are saying is correct. And it is guided by your intuition, your knowledge. You know that. Nevertheless, don't hurt anyone in the family, or don't hurt anyone else also with your speech. Don't do that. So be careful. You may be very knowledgeable, but that does not mean that we will be, self-complacent, and we'll be, we will feel that we are superior to others. We may have knowledge, so what? But don't hurt others. So if you have knowledge, gain knowledge further. go deeper and deeper into various subject matters, or whatever is your field of study or work, gain more and more knowledge, so that you can really be someone who's very knowledgeable. And then by dint of your knowledge, by dint of your intuition power also can get enhanced, because second house is naturally the house of Taurus. So when you gain, and Aquarius is also a sign which is connected not just to Rahu is transiting in Aquarius in your second house, so it is also the sign of knowledge and intuition both. So gain knowledge but remain humble, and don't hurt others with your speech. But yes, you may speak in a very unconventional, extraordinary way during this period of transit. People may be taken by surprise at how they are talking, They may think that you are talking in a very extraordinary, unconventional, very attractive way. So people may get attracted or drawn to your speech. That is possible. You may have very powerful speech, powerful abilities. So use that power of intuition to heal others. So if you're, as I already mentioned, I think if you're already into any sort of healing practices, spiritual practices, occult practices, because this is the Earth trine, the trine which is connected to your hard work, so that you can, fulfill, or you can accomplish your material goals in life. So then if your work is connected to any of these fields, research, investigation, gaining knowledge, healing practices, spiritual practices, meditation, yoga, occult, psychology, then you can really do well. Or if your work is connected to foreign land, some foreign business with foreign clients, you can gain a lot during this period. So yeah, so all that. And yes, if your work is connected to Rahu, so Rahu is also connected to showbiz world. So you may also be into any field of communication and writing, or speaking and counseling. So all that also can enable you to gain wealth during this period of Rahu's transit into your second house. So yeah, all these things, a focus will be there on your wealth, on your career. Okay, you should also focus on your health. Okay, that is important. So only if you're healthy, you can work hard and you can amass wealth. So that is the way in which you can gain wealth. Now let's move on to the next zodiac sign, that is Aquarius. Aquarius, if you're an Aquarius moon or Aquarius ascendant, then definitely Rahu will transit in Shatabhisha in Aquarius in your first house or ascendant itself. So your entire life during this period of Rahu's transit can undergo a lot of transformation. Yes, you can make a lot of vows and promises, which is also called Sankalpa, during this period. Why? Because Shatabhisha is ruled by Lord Varuna. Varuna is the lord of cosmic waters, and Varuna is also the lord of vows and promises. So you will make certain resolutions during this period of Rahu's transit, that I will not do that anymore. I will do this from now on. So certain changes in your lifestyle can come about. So certain new resolutions. Rahu and Shatabhisha in the ascendant in the first house. First house is part of the Dharma trine. So first house, fifth house, ninth house, all the three houses are going to get activated. So focus on attaining your true identity, on realizing your self, on realizing your life purpose, and a focus on your dharma, on your duty, and also what should be your path in life. Yes, your duty, even what should be your karma, so that you can realize your own identity. All these questions can bother you, Aquarius people, during this period of Rahu's transit. Certain unexpected changes can come about in your life. In your life in general, in your health, certain changes. So you need to take care of your health, do meditation, breathing exercise or pranayam. Certain changes in your love life. You may fall in love with a person. Also because the 5th house is getting involved. So getting attracted to somebody who belongs to a different culture, falling in love with such a person. You also may have to focus on your children if you have any. You also will have to be dutiful towards your father. Yes, so during this period you need to shoulder your duties and responsibilities. Okay? You may feel at times a little detached from your own religion. You may get attracted to some other religion or religious faith. Alright? There is no harm in studying about other religions and gaining knowledge about other religions. Definitely you can do that. Because all religions, they ultimately teach that there is one supreme entity or one supreme divine power that is controlling the universe, or if anything exists beyond that. So everything is being controlled by the divine. So all religions teach that. So you can gain knowledge about other religions. You may get attracted in religion towards some different religious philosophy. It's possible. But that is okay. You can gain knowledge. That will also enhance your perspective. And maybe you will be able to make sense of your own religious path in a better way if you gain knowledge about other religions. Or you may have a very unconventional approach to your own religion. You may not believe in the traditional religious practices. You may instead believe in isolating yourself and doing some meditation, some spiritual practices, name chanting, so that you can enhance your intuitive abilities, your spiritual powers. Yes? So that you can so that eventually you may be able to attain self-realization. Because during this period, you are questioning your own identity. That's very much possible. Aquarius people, what should be my true identity? What path I need to follow? What career path? What religious path? What do I need to follow in this life? So all these questions can bother you during this period. So the answers lie within yourself actually. You should do some meditation. So otherwise, you may be, you may feel restless. You may feel at times detached. You may have this strong desire to be in isolation also. Sometimes you may feel that you're overtaken by your desires, ambition. Sometimes you may feel that they are so futile, useless. Why should I chase those desires? And then you may detach yourself. So all these upheavals can come. And that is because you also need to focus on your true identity, on your real purpose in life. So seek the help of some spiritual guru. If your family guru is no longer living, okay, then you may visit some other spiritual guru and you may seek knowledge. If you already received initiation from your family guru, then you should not get initiated again. Okay, but you can visit some saint, some guru in their company, some spiritual leader or guru in their company, or you may listen to them. Either you may meet them in person, or nowadays you may listen to them also on social media. So that also may enable you, those spiritual leaders or saints or gurus with whom you feel that you have a spiritual connect. You can listen to them. They will enlighten you. They will enable you to understand how you need to attain self-realization. Maybe every day if you practice meditation for 15 minutes, meditation is just, as simple as maybe closing your eyes and contemplating upon the divine, upon your deity, chanting their name. In various ways, meditation can be done. Breathing exercise also should be done. So all that you should do. So that will, enable you to heighten your power of intuition. That will enable you to, realize that you are part of the divine. The divine within you, the divine without you. They are not separate, they are one entity. And you are part of the divine. And you can also have unusual spiritual experiences. You can heighten your power of intuition. And during this period, you may also get into healing practices, spiritual practices. That is possible. Now, in the case of some Aquarius ascendants, take whatever resonates with you. So also in case of some people, Aquarius people, it may happen that they are focusing a lot on their own personal growth, development, on how to realize their ambition, fulfill their ambition in life. So you can do that by dint of your knowledge, by gaining your knowledge. It is only your knowledge that will enable you to, fulfill your ambition and desires. You cannot adopt unethical means or shortcuts to gain in life, to gain riches or to fulfill your desires. You should not adopt shortcuts, because as you know, there is no royal route to knowledge. So you have to, if you really want to fulfill your ambition and desires, you have to gain knowledge, you have to gain intuition, you have to heighten your power of intuition. And that will come from knowledge. That will come from in-depth study, research, investigation, going to the depth of matters and, studying hard. So any field of research, investigation or in-depth study of any subject matter, that will enable you to gain knowledge. And then you can be an independent counselor. You can be a healer. You can get into any sort of spiritual healing practices, occult practices. For everything you need to gain knowledge. There is no shortcut to gaining knowledge. And you are an Aquarius ascendant. So Aquarius people generally, if Saturn and Rahu are more or less well placed, you do give a lot of importance to knowledge. But the problem is that if Saturn and Rahu get afflicted, then these people can also at times remain in their world of fantasy, in their make-believe world of fantasy. They may have very high hopes. They may have unrealistic ambition. They may have certain desires and they have no clue how to achieve those desires, how to fulfill those desires. So don't remain in your world of illusion and fantasy. And it is only through knowledge, it is only through meditation that you will be able to, come out of illusion, if any. So, come out of illusion. There are no shortcuts to gaining wealth or status or establishing your identity in life. You have to follow the path of knowledge. You have to make efforts. Then only when you have knowledge, only when you have the power of intuition, you'll be able to succeed in life. Whatever be your calling or profession, you will become successful when you have knowledge. So that should be your aim actually, Aquarius people. Yes, because it is activating the entire Dharma trine. So focus on your children, focus on father, taking care of the father, reaching out to gurus, to spiritual teachers, reaching out to counselors, astrologers, healers, to gain knowledge. That is also possible. So ultimately what you are looking for is self-realization. Yes, you're looking for your true purpose in life. So during this period of Rahu's transit, you have to realize that whatever be your field of study or work, you really need to gain knowledge. Gain knowledge, share your knowledge. That's what you need to do. Yes? Or do meditation, yoga, spiritual practices, whatever be your field of work. Now, you may belong to any field of work, but during this period of Rahu's transit, so that you can stay calm and so that you can make sense of things, during this period you really need to do meditation. 15 minutes every day, you just sit still and meditate upon the divine. You see, within 1 or 2 months, certain changes will come about. And you will feel a close connection, a closer connection to the divine. And you will see that your power of intuition also will get enhanced. So do that and you will get clarity. And then there will be no obstacles. You will overcome all challenges and you will be able to fulfill all your ambitions, desires, and you will be able to establish your identity successfully in this life. And yes, you need to focus on your health also, Aquarius people. So please do breathing exercise or pranayam. Do some exercise, especially breathing exercise, very important, on a regular basis. So during this period, since Rahu is transiting into your first house, you are focusing so much on your personal growth, development, maybe also on your career path, on your identity. You may feel a little detached from your partner, if you have any, because Ketu will be in the 7th house. If you're single, you may not think so much about getting into relationship. You may feel detached from most of the people you encounter. If you're already in relationship or marriage also, you may feel a little detached. So instead, try to develop a soul connection with your partner and try to explain to them that during this period of Rahu's transit, you really need to focus inwards. You need to focus on your own personal growth, on your spiritual growth also. Just try to make them understand. So you need some space, because you could be into any field of sadhana, or you could be into any meditative practice on a regular basis, or prayers, whatever. Alright? So just maintain a soulful connection with them. Even though you feel detached with them, this can happen. Because during this period, you are questioning your own identity, that how you need to realize your own self. So how you need to attain self-realization and fulfill your purpose in this life. So all these questions are bothering you. So try to make your partner understand that you really need some space for yourself so that you can gain knowledge, go to the depth of things, go to the depth of any subject matter. You need to gain knowledge. You need to gain intuition. Just you need to make them understand so that you can strike a balance between your desire for growth, personal development, and your duty towards your committed partner or spouse. Now let's move on to the final zodiac sign, Pisces. Alright, Pisces, if you're a Pisces moon or Pisces ascendant, then definitely planet Rahu will transit in Shatabhisha in Aquarius in your 12th house. 12th house is part of the moksha trine. So because 12th house, 4th house, 8th house, all these 3 houses are connected. So during this period, you may feel either very much worried about your mother, attached to the mother, or a little detached from your mother because you are into some sadhana, some spiritual quest, spiritual practice. That is possible, or you want isolation. So you may feel a little detached from your family members, your household people, no? Getting a little, you may feel a little detached from them. Though you may be attached to domestic matters. So you may be attached, you may be worried about, your home, your house, your family. But you may also crave for isolation during this period, Pisces people. Yes, either you will feel, that desire to be isolated will be there. And you should stay in isolation also, Pisces people, during this period. Okay? So you should explain to your mother or, your family members, you should tell them that you really need to be in isolation, in solitude for some time. Why? Because 12th house is the house of also moksha. It is the house of spiritual practices. So some spiritual practice, sadhana, meditation, prayers, name chanting, something or the other. Every day for 15 minutes, try to do some meditation or chant the name of the divine. That will make a difference. You will see within a couple of months. Pisces people. Alright, so you may at times feel restless. You may have to confront your hidden fears also during this period. You may have to confront some hidden enemies, hidden fears. Don't be afraid. Yes, don't be afraid. If you really need to confront them, confront them. And keep doing meditation. Keep gaining knowledge. You may be into any field of work or study. So try to gain more and more knowledge. Maybe the knowledge of scriptures, the knowledge of, spirituality or spiritual practices, the knowledge of yoga, meditation. So keep gaining knowledge and don't be afraid of confronting your hidden fears. If you have to face them, face them. Don't be afraid of them. Yes? And if you really do meditation, if you really are into any sort of sadhana, spiritual practice, if you really are empathetic, compassionate to the poor, to the downtrodden, if you're into charity, any kind of seva, if you selflessly, if you donate vegetarian food or drinking water to people in distress, or if you are imparting your knowledge to people, if you're healing people, you don't have to be afraid of anyone. You don't have to be afraid of confronting your hidden fears or even your hidden enemies. Okay? So that is what. So this is the trine of moksha. So you have to. So Rahu is there, no? And in Shatabhisha. Shatabhisha is a nakshatra which is connected with healing, mysticism. But you have to find time to remain in isolation, in solitude. Don't be afraid of solitude. Find some time alone so that you can be with yourself and meditate upon the divine. Chant the name of the deity you worship. If there are more than one deities in your religion you worship, never mind. You chant their names. Sit still for some time and do the chanting. Okay? Either in your mind or you can also chant it aloud. But stay connected with the divine. That is very important. You see, you practice meditation every day, at least for 15 to 20 minutes. Within a month or within a couple of months, there will be changes. And you will realize your higher purpose in this life. You can also attain self-realization eventually. And who knows, maybe even during this transit of Rahu itself, this transit will stay until August next year. So during this time you may also have various spiritual experiences and you may move very close to self-realization. So that is important for Pisces people. So control your expenditure. You may also get involved in unwanted expenditure. So instead of that, what you do some charity. Reach out to people in need of help, the unprivileged, downtrodden people, the physically, mentally challenged people. Help them in some way, in whatever way you can. In whatever way you can afford to help them. That will give you peace of mind. That will give you inner confidence. And you will feel more connected with the divine and with your inner self. Yes. So that is important. Reaching out to people in need of help, people in poverty, people in distress, reaching out to them, helping them out in whatever way you can. That is very important. Then you will be even saved from unwanted, unnecessary expenditure and losses. You'll be saved from all of that. Yes? So all that. And take care of your health. So meditation and breathing exercise or pranayam is very important. Do breathing exercise every day to maintain good health. That is important. So during this period, since Rahu is activating the moksha trine, you may be naturally inclined towards occult knowledge, towards spiritual knowledge, meditation, yoga. A natural inclination may be there towards these things. A lot of soul searching and, going to the depth of your own self, looking inwards, introspection, self-introspection. And, you will want to gain knowledge, gain intuition, intuitive powers, healing powers, so that you can heal others, help others, impart your knowledge to others. So, all that can definitely happen. Alright? So Rahu is transiting into your 12th house. You may also have a desire to settle down in a foreign land, a desire to buy a home or buy a house in a foreign land. You may want to buy some asset in a foreign land. You may want to shift and live in a foreign land. That is also possible. You may also get opportunities to move to a foreign land or to think of settlement in a foreign land. Alright? So all that is also possible. So this is the period during which you should focus on isolation, solitude. You should focus on meditation. That will give you peace of mind. You should focus on charity, focus on your health, so that you can remain healthy. So do breathing exercise. And you see, you have to, really, Ketu will be in the 6th house when Rahu is in the 12th house. Your daily routine may get disrupted also. Why? Because again, you can have sleep disorders. Rahu has come to the 12th house. You may feel that you're not able to get a sound sleep because your daily routine also has got disrupted in some way. Yes? So it is very important for you to maintain a disciplined life. Ketu in the 6th house, you have to maintain discipline in life. Very important. Be disciplined. Take care of your health. Okay? And then you will see, you will be able to really, if you maintain discipline, if you follow the path of ethics, morality, you should always be ethical. Ethical way of life is very important for you. Yes? Then you will be saved from unwanted losses, expenditures, unwanted trouble, and instead you'll be able to move inwards. You'll get drawn towards meditation, occult, psychology, spiritual practices, healing practices. All that will attract you. Or gaining knowledge in any field, even maybe research, investigation. Your inclination towards research, investigation can increase, because you see 12th house, 8th house, all connected, because 12th house is activated and 8th is in the trine. So, a desire to do research, investigation, to move towards technology. So, investments, you may also have a desire to invest your money. So, you do intelligent, sensible investments, investing in insurance policies, investing in mutual funds. Long-term investments also you can think of during this period. So from that you can really gain. Okay? So So Pisces people, you will also be in quest of your identity. You'll also be in quest of spiritual knowledge during this period. So do some meditation. Okay? And maintain a healthy lifestyle. stay disciplined and ethical, be charitable to the downtrodden. So all that you have to do, and then definitely you'll be able to sail smoothly through this period of Rahu's transit into your 12th house. So yeah, all that about Pisces people. And well, that was my take on Rahu's transit in Shatabhisha Nakshatra in the sign of Aquarius for all 12 ascendants and moon signs. Do let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and if you want personal consultation, details are there in the video description. Before I wind up, let us all be charitable, kind, empathetic to people in old age homes, orphanages. Let us donate vegetarian food to them. Let us be kind and merciful to animals, birds, creatures. Let us try to be vegetarian. Let us also follow the path of devotion, even meditation, and let us also move towards attainment of self-realization. That's what planet Rahu wants you to, consider during this period of transit in Shatabhisha in Aquarius. See you next time, friends. Take care.